This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, the Maine Warden Service is working with the Knox County Sheriff's Office to locate 71-year-old Francine Laporte of St. George, Maine.
She was reported missing by her husband, Paul Laporte, yesterday afternoon. He told authorities he woke to find that Francine was not home, and after several hours, he went looking for her. Her phone was left at the residence on States Point Road, and it's believed she left on foot. The Warden Service is asking anyone who saw a female walking in the area of States Point Road or River Road in St. George early yesterday morning to call the State Police Dispatch Center in Augusta at 207-624-7076.
A Presque Isle man convicted of murdering two men has been sentenced to life in prison. 38-year-old Bobby Nightingale was also sentenced to 5 consecutive years for criminal threatening. 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis were found dead in a truck on Route 227 in Castle Hill back in August of 2019. The criminal threatening charge came from an incident on State Road in Castle Hill 3 days earlier.
2 pedestrians were killed in separate crashes yesterday, one in Hancock and one in Lewiston. 3 people have now died while walking on Maine roads in less than a week. The Bicycle Coalition of Maine's executive director says they are deeply troubled by the crashes, and they're reminding drivers to slow down and pay extra attention in locations where pedestrians or bike riders are likely to appear, especially during inclement weather. They're also reminding pedestrians and bicyclists to consider their visibility in low light conditions and to use lights or reflective materials.
Well, Governor Mills is expressing disappointment and concern following the rejection of her emergency winter heating plan last night by some Senate Republicans. Mills said throughout campaign season, Democrats and Republicans heard from Maine people about what their concerns were, especially regarding the upcoming winter season and potential challenges with heating. She said she negotiated in good faith with both Republicans and Democrats in the legislature to make sure the emergency plan included those concerns and priorities.
We've been talking to the leadership of both parties in both houses, both chambers, for a couple of weeks now. We explained exactly what was in the bill. We made changes to the bill to increase their support, and then they turned their backs. They turned their backs on Maine people, and I think they'll hear from Maine people. I feel concerned about people freezing in their own homes in the coming weeks.
Well, it's not clear at this time when an emergency heating plan could be passed. Meanwhile, following the vote, Senate Republicans issued a statement. Assistant Republican leader and Maine State Senator Lisa Kimes said, quote, "We recognize the dire need for fuel assistance and housing facing Maine people. These are my neighbors and constituents who are relying on Maine. We are fully engaged and ready to tackle these issues," end quote.
Meanwhile, Senator Susan Collins joined congressional leaders to celebrate the passage of the Respect for Marriage Act today. The House gave final approval to the legislation, which protects and recognizes same-sex and interracial marriages at the federal level. Collins, a sponsor of the bill, thanked the 39 House Republicans and 12 Senate Republicans who joined Democrats in voting to pass the legislation.
Each and every one of us knows someone, has a relative, or are that person who is benefiting from this bill. And that's why it's so important. It's a bill that truly will make a difference to the lives of so many American families.
100. That bill now heads to President Biden's desk. He's expected to promptly sign the measure.
Well, nearly $3 million in funding for Head Start is heading to Maine. A statement says the money from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services will strengthen Head Start programs and promote early childhood education opportunities for children in poverty. Androscoggin Head Start and Child Care in Lewiston and Down East community partners in Ellsworth will use the funding to develop new approaches to learning, strengthen social and emotional development programs, and expand physical health education. U.S. Senators Susan Collins and Angus King said, quote, "Maine Head Start programs empower both parents and their children. From kickstarting educations to promoting positive parent-child relationships, Head Start's opportunities are invaluable to Maine students' success," end quote.
A new leader has taken the helm at the Pittsfield Police Department. Vincente Morris was sworn in Tuesday after Pittsfield councilors unanimously voted to appoint him to that position. Morris previously served the Augusta Police Department for 2 decades, working his way up through the ranks from a patrol officer to the commander of the force's patrol unit. Morris says the future of the Pittsfield Police Department is bright. And Morris says his door is always open, and if you do see him, to make sure to say hi. He wants to get to know the community better.
So we certainly welcome him to the ranks of, Maine law enforcement leadership, and hopefully he'll be able to accomplish some good things in that role.
Absolutely, and always good to see someone in a leadership role like that wanting to get more involved in their community and just meet people.
It's all about community policing.
It really is.
All righty, well, let's turn things over, take a first look at our forecast, and see what's coming our way weather-wise.
Thank you so much. Our first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. So remember that rain we had not that long ago, just yesterday? Well, that is long gone. Now it is well offshore. For us, though, we are in the clear. Just a little bit of cloud cover, but overall, all of us in the Northeast are looking pretty good. Even the visibilities are close to 10 miles. There are a couple of spots with some lower visibilities, but overall, a whole 180 from yesterday. Temperatures are warm. They were warm in the morning. High temperature of around 50 degrees here in town. 52 a little bit down south, and 48 by Rockland. Those were morning highs, and then temperatures continue to cool off, and now we're in the 30s as that cold front continues to push south and east. And as it does, everyone's going to cool off. Look at Georgia, 70s, even some 80s out there, but everybody will be in on some cooler weather ahead. Tonight, though, for us, rain is gone. We'll have decrease in cloud cover, and temperatures continuing to cool off into those upper 20s to low 30s.
That's a seasonably brisk overnight, no biggie?
Absolutely.
All righty, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, Governor Mills announces a grant to provide high-speed internet to Mainers.
And how an Old Town native is creating a bucket list in the face of terminal illness. We'll have those stories and much more after the short break.
Skudik & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
By custom floral designer, me, Pam.
delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit SkudikandBloom.com or call 844-SKUDIK.
We have a lot to be thankful for, and a lot to celebrate. This holiday season, let's do more than see the people we love. Let's be with the people we love and make the holiday memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. Let's begin at Bangor International Airport, the official airport of making tomorrow's holiday memories today. FlyBangor.com.
So small, so smart. Hearing aids that I can personalize to each ear right from here. Brilliant.
This holiday season, save $400 on Eargo 6. Call or go online now.
Merry Christmas to all our friends and customers from McCusick Petroleum, 32 Summer Street, Dover, Foxcroft. Happy holidays from Leo & Sons Auto Repair, a family-owned business providing fast and dependable auto repair services. Happy holidays from your neighborhood pharmacy, Carroll Drug. With a little bit of everything, you are sure to leave with what you need.
Portal Call in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports, including Harris tweed handbags, wallets, and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves, and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, Man Bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portal Call, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
We have lots of Carhartt, Rain Defender Carhartt sweatshirts, Carhartt line pants, Carhartt hats, Carhartt gloves.
That's a lot of Carhartt.
That is a lot of Carhartt.
And we have a lot more too. We got jackets, we got flannel shirts, we got coveralls.
You bet.
And at Rennie's, we're holding the line on our already low prices from now until the end of the year. So you always know when you go to Rennie's, you're getting the best price.
Thank you for shopping locally.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
WNBA All-Star Brittany Griner is now free after months of captivity in Russia. She was released as part of a prisoner swap involving Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout. The White House making the surprise announcement this morning. ABC's Alex Prescia has the latest on her health and the deal that set her free.
Nearly 10 months after being detained, WNBA star Brittany Griner is free.
She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. After months of being unjustly detained in Russia, held under intolerable circumstances, Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones.
President Biden tweeting these pictures from the Oval Office with Griner's wife, Sherelle. The U.S. and Russia agreeing to swap Griner for convicted Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout, who was serving a 25-year sentence in Illinois following a conspiracy conviction.
This is a day we've worked toward for a long time. We never stopped pushing for her release.
Both Griner and Bout pardoned before being exchanged in Abu Dhabi, according to a Russian spokesperson. In February, Griner was arrested at a Moscow airport for carrying vape cartridges containing hash oil. In August, she was found guilty on drug smuggling charges. And in October, an appeal of her 9-year prison sentence was denied. She had recently been transferred from a Moscow detention center to a prison colony in the Russian Republic of Mordovia. Concerns growing over her mental state, campaigns from her fellow athletes and supporters, keeping her case in the spotlight. Griner's wife talking about her release this morning.
The most important emotion that I have right now is just sincere gratitude for President Biden and his entire administration.
Another American held in Russia, veteran Paul Whelan, who is still in captivity and has been since 2018. His family releasing a statement today saying the Biden administration made the right decision to bring Ms. Griner home and to make the deal that was possible. Alex Prescia, ABC News, Washington.
Governor Mills joined officials with the National Telecommunications and Information Administration to announce a grant to provide high-speed internet to Mainers. Matthew Jurancic has more.
Every person in Maine who wants a reliable and affordable internet connection can have one by the end of 2024. That is my promise.
That promise comes on the hands of President Biden's historic $65 billion investment in providing affordable and high-speed connection to communities across the United States. The money allows Maine Connectivity Authority to continue its promise in a meaningful way.
We're excited to announce that Maine is receiving an initial grant of $5.5 million to plan for the deployment and adoption of internet throughout the state.
This money will go towards creating an action plan for the state to provide high-speed internet, targeting communities that would need such services.
That planning process is so important because it represents a demand. And where there's a demand, where there's an engaged and informed community that is demanding broadband service, that represents a very real economic benefit, and that attracts a private partnership.
Many were in attendance, including Governor Mills and the organizations that will be helping to provide reliable internet to all counties across Maine.
Supporting Aroostook County, Northern Maine Development Commission, in Washington County, Sunrise County Economic Council.
And for Mills, giving internet to everyone is now a fundamental need.
High-speed internet is as fundamental to us and to our society now as electricity, heat, water, road systems. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, have you ever wondered how you would react if you were told you had a terminal illness? It was certainly devastating news for Susan Curran of Old Town, but she isn't letting it get in the way of her dreams. In fact, as our Craig Colson reports, she has a bucket list of things she's hoping to accomplish, but she'll need some help.
I'm not done. I got a ways to go. I got stuff I want to do and learn and experience.
She has a warm personality that's clear from the moment you meet her. It's hard to believe this lively, energetic woman is living with a terminal illness. Susan Curran had already beat breast cancer once in 2015. You can imagine the feeling she had in 2020 when she learned it had returned. This time, it was in her bones.
I said, okay, but I feel great. I don't think there's anything going on. I feel better than I have in years.
Susan is now undergoing treatments to keep her as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But unlike some people who might understandably give up and wait for the worst, Susan has an ambitious plan. A massage therapist and karate instructor, Susan feels best when she's hiking and staying active. That's why she wants to visit all of America's national parks and is now raising money to make it happen.
And I love it. I just miss being outside. That's my church. Yeah. You know, people go to church every Sunday. Well, that was my church, was hiking and being at the top of the mountain. It's amazing.
You want to head up through the north, huh?
I want to go up through here and then sneak up there. And then maybe hit wine country for a little bit, you know?
Susan says the biggest expense is coming up with money for a reliable van that she can use to travel the nation. She and her supporters have created a GoFundMe page to help raise money. She hopes other hikers and lovers of the great outdoors will help her set out on an adventure of a lifetime when spring returns. You can find her GoFundMe page on Facebook by searching for Sue and Rosie's National Park Tour.
I was going to do this when I retired, but my retirement has come a lot sooner, unfortunately.
In Old Town, this is Craig Colson reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, students at the All Saints School in Bangor find a special way to give back during Advent.
And in sports, Maine men's basketball was on a 3-game losing streak, but 2 players have still shined. We'll have more on them and the team's trip to London right after the break. Stay with us.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Excuse me.
Roll it back, everybody.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
Happy holidays from the crew at Muffler King Auto in Newport. Tuition-free college courses for high school students online at Maine's top-tier research university. Apply for spring, umaine.edu/early college. Happy holidays from Sear North Star Tours, offering the Quebec Winter Carnival in February and Annie the Musical February 25th.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start off with some sad news. A little before 1 o'clock on Thursday morning, it was announced that Xander Bogaerts' time with the Boston Red Sox had finished. The all-star shortstop who graced Bangor with his presence for the Senior League World Series had been with the Red Sox organization since he was a teenager. He won 2 World Series championships with Boston. The team did not extend his contract prior to or during the 2022 season, so that allowed Bogaerts to hit free agency and it paid off for him. The Padres offered him a huge deal, 11 years and $280 million for a shortstop in his 30s. The reports are that the Red Sox offered him 6 years and roughly $160 million, so certainly an easy choice for Xander when you look at the money, who will now be in San Diego until his 40s. A lot of good memories watching Xander Bogaerts as a kid, and I for sure am going to miss seeing him on my TV. But hey, he reunites with Don Orsillo in San Diego, so a little two past Red Sox out west right now. Let's go to the gym right now, and Maine men's basketball started off the season on a tear, winning 4 straight games, and even though they've dropped their last 3, the Black Bears are confident they have the tools to turn it around. Ryan Sudol has the story.
Even the biggest, baddest bears in the woods must ultimately go into hibernation. And for Maine men's basketball, that's exactly what has happened, dropping 3 in a row after starting the year 4-1.
I mean, we played pretty good teams. Fordham's a good team, Brown, and then Marist, they were good teams, but I think it's all stuff we can fix.
In their last game, Sunday, against Marist, the Black Bears held a lead in the last 30 seconds of the game, but couldn't hold on. Despite that, the backdrop of London, England made for a memorable experience for all.
Favorite part of the trip was probably just seeing London in general with my teammates. You know, I think it's a great way for us to team bond as well. I feel like we got closer on that trip.
Speaking of London, London's own Getty Husapaitis was one of the team's bright spots over their skid. At a ripe 24 years old, he averaged 12 points a game.
We call him Pops, partly because he's old, but he's also one of the leaders on the team. He has a high basketball IQ. He has a lot of knowledge.
Who just knows how to put the ball in the basket. Fifth-year guy who's older and has seen it all. There's nothing that's being thrown at him that he hasn't seen. And most importantly, he's a competitor.
Sophomore Kellen Tynes was also a factor, averaging 15 points a game over their last 3. Coach Chris Markwood says his success comes from where he comes from.
Kel's coming from a winning program. Montana State was in the NCAA tournament last year. He's been around what it takes to win. He knows that. He's a leader. He's an alpha.
With both leaders at the forefront, one of the main points the Black Bears are focusing on as they prepare for conference play is closing out. Each game during this losing streak was lost by 7 points or fewer.
In Division I basketball, there's a lot of one-possession games. So the success of your year a lot of times comes down to how do you handle those situations, which we're learning how to win in those situations.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Maine men's basketball and women's basketball in action tonight at the Pit. We'll have those highlights for you later. It's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much. Our Maine weather today is brought to you by Leona Mays Antique and Gift Shop in Newport. Come check out our 3 floors of antique treasures and gifts in our renovated 1800s home. So no rain in the area today, folks. I know yesterday I was walking around my umbrella. Today, no go. We are in the clear, lots of sunshine earlier, and that's pretty much going to continue into tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that. So we're going to be in a more of a dry weather pattern for the next several days. We do have a little bit of rain down south closer to D.C., but overall that's going to continue to stay south and well out of our region. Just some cloud cover for us the next couple of days, and then looking a little further out, the next several days will be clear as well. We will have a little bit of rain well offshore, but that's going to continue to stay offshore. Maybe a couple of clouds by the coast, but overall we're going to be clear. Temperatures, though, we can't be clear of that. Can't have the best of both worlds, and that's why colder air will be moving in from the north down south. And that means all of us are going to be cold in the Northeast. Right now, there are a lot of spots to the south, 70s, 80s. People are walking around with short-sleeve shirts, but not for long, folks. Get ready. That cold air will continue to push south. Even New York and D.C. is in on some low to mid-50s, but temperatures will be cooling off as the front right about here is going to continue to push south and east, and that's going to cool us off. Our average should be around 37 degrees, but take a look at these temperatures the next several days. By Saturday, our high temperature is only going to be around the freezing mark, then some 20s even by Sunday. These are high temperatures, folks, so well below our average. A little bit of a rebound into beginning to middle of next week, but still wintry weather has arrived, especially with these temperatures, as it is going to feel very cold outside. Close to 20s in the day. Wow, that is cold, especially with a little bit of wind outside right now. 15-mile-an-hour sustained winds here in Bangor. Wind gusts closer to 30 in some spots. So layer up, folks, as a little chilly air with those winds is going to make it feel a lot colder than that actual reading temperature outside. But tomorrow into Saturday, same story. Winds are going to be a little bit on the breezy end, so put on your hat and gloves and bundle up. Put on some layers so that wind doesn't get in and under your clothes. We know that wind's going to be a bit on the breezy end. That's why there are some gale watches in effect and small craft advisories. So if you're by the coast, maybe out on the waters, fishing, doing your thing, be careful as waves will be a bit on the higher end this time. Tonight, though, another chilly one outside, mid-20s as low temperatures, mostly clear skies, and it will be breezy like I mentioned. Tomorrow, temperatures hovering close to our average, around 38 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy. Hey, at least we'll have a good amount of sunshine for the day on Friday, right before the weekend. Our extended forecast outlook does show lots of sunshine, but look at these temperatures. 32 on Saturday, only 28 on Sunday. So it's going to be a cold, cold weekend. And then Monday into Tuesday, temperatures still sticking around below average. But hey, at least we'll have some sunshine.
It's overnight, taking a dip.
Yeah, really starting to finally look like December in Maine on that 5-day. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some snow trickled in there soon.
Yeah,
as well.
For sure. A little tired of the rain. All right, well, there's still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC 7.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
It's the sale you've been waiting for. The Columbia Fleece sale is going on now at Peter Harris. Men's and women's Columbia Fleece only $21.99 now through Monday. That's just $21.99. Hurry in. Peter Harris, great clothes, great prices.
Happy holidays from Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales. Come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's not only a tagline, it's the way we do business. Happy holidays from Coastal Auto Parts, your locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts store, now featuring a whole line of Milwaukee tools. Happy holidays from our family at Zeppa's New York Pizza. Wishing all a great 2023.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Tonight, WNBA star Brittany Griner's released from a Russian penal colony in a prisoner swap. Plus, the rise in viruses affecting children and adults and straining our hospitals. More Americans turn to the #1 newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back, and finally tonight, students at the All Saints School in Bangor found a special way to give back during Advent. They threw a baby shower for the Blessed Virgin Mary at a special school-wide mass. The students brought in much-needed items like baby wipes, socks, medicine, and sippy cups. All of those items will help local mothers in need.
Finding a need in the community, identifying it, and then doing something about it with our faith. So it's a blessing, and we are so excited about today, and we look forward to this day every year.
The students delivered those items to the Shepherd's Godparent home in Bangor.
And just Christmas everywhere, all sorts of great ways to give back.
Yeah.
It just keeps growing.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I'd love to see young people getting involved in that effort, too.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.